rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey. Ain't nothing changed. A little stronger, a little wiser.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is...
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Howard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move.
And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Pulled in at the 24. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Buchanan. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where's primary.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, fun on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case. Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start. That's true. But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Yeah, let's check on the numbers for Jalen Richard last week. 10 carries, 75 yards.
And that explosive run right there reminds me that last week ran the ball really well, so they're continuing to do what they did in the previous game, run the ball and run it successfully. Expect that to continue throughout this one.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On second down, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Buchanan. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they've got it here with a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And now here's a carry heading left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Carr to throw on second down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here's Carr to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now it's gone. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And Brake, the tight end's got it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Geno Smith leading the way offensively. Carr now on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. A Raider first down, 17 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. He's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
To throw on third down, Carr. Cooper's got it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Throwing on first down is Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Again, it's Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Buchanan. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Second down now after the pass completion. Now a play fake. Carr. Flush to his right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On first down, Carr. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. The 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Ohio, flex round, let's go. Brand new year. Ohio. Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquille Barrett coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be third and a mile. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Carr going to look to throw, and it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Cam Newton, he was the story there with 4 touchdown passes. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Here we go. Let's round. Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that